and so it's a spike build with an assassin. Curious to see what his elite is.
Yeah.
And Est is running that triple warrior build that Angra mentioned as being standard.
The
they have a
Necromancer is Mesmer secondary.
Yeah.
I believe that what is partial to running T's as his elite on that bar.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Is the Seven Spears Ellie running a water with strip enchantment?
He's probably B-Surge or Mind Shock.
Oh, B-Surge? Oh.
I didn't
so
get a
she had
chance to see
all
what
restoration.
his enchantment is.
I personally, I really don't understand the point of this Sin in this build. I mean, they're running a spike build, and they just have a Sin.
Yeah,
My
I'm not quite
guess
sure. I
is
saw
that
it briefly. Oh, go.
If he's Assault Enchantments, it's going to be some sort of
Yeah,
train a
I'm
character
watching.
out person. But if it's anything other than that, I really don't understand.
Well, the reason I asked is because I was expecting Assault Enchantments, but if you have that, then you want some sort of snare. Keep him in place while you beat him down. And we haven't actually seen him use his elite yet.
Even
He's
if
running
Let's
three
see,
it
I'm
is
Assault.
gonna
Assault.
flag
Assault.
run blue, and it looks like an overcap is being anticipated on 5, but he's under a lot of pressure. 2 warriors on him, missed bowls. He currently, I don't know what enchantments on him. That was a lot of damage. But it looks like attempted spike 5, nice save by Easter the Monk. Originally from, where was he from?
backline is really, really good. They play very well together.
Lemming, you gotta refresh my memory here. Easter the Monk, where was he?
Dangerous Pumpkins.
DP, that's right. Looks like attempted spike on the
Easter, but this
front
stance.
mark. Nice use of B stance. That's very important against those assassins. They depend so much on crit. We have looks like a flagger on blue side. He's keeping it safe at a distance. Drops the transfer to 1. Looks like we have an offensive character running the flag in. While at the same
Interesting
time,
to note
yeah, go ahead.
that we were talking about how with an Assault Enchantments, it's nice to have a snare character to hold it in place while you them out. But the monk or the elementalist, excuse me, for an SSS on the 4 slot is actually an air Ellie with wards, so definitely not a snare character. So
Okay,
they
we have a
very
attempted
strange
body
build
block.
choice.
On monk number 8, if you watch, he popped a speed boost, gets a stability. Alright. That was potentially a big play if they pulled that off. This map is notorious for the body blocking. It's a dangerous gambit, though, if you want to do that, and the enemy has AoE.
Crucial
And
to
have
note
a
that
nice
since
kill.
Oh,
Wow,
Both monks
wow.
down simultaneously.
Time.
Brilliant play by Shizukataki. And they're
How do you say
back
that
up a DP.
so well?
The wards that are being brought on the Smite Monk for Shizukatake, I've seen stability, which is really useful against this 3 warrior build. They have in total around 8 knockdowns. So.
Oh man, they've got absolute control here in terms of positioning, but they need to get this flat. It looks like EST's under. They've got a warrior being trained here. Nice snares. They're gonna try and block him, I'm pretty sure.
He's
But
too blocked.
enraging charge, and he breaks ahead and snares on him again. Number 5, Smite Monk, I believe, has that snare, but it's so expensive.
I'd like to point out that before that monk wipe, SSS was on the verge of wiping themselves.
Definitely.
And because their heal party guy was running the flag in and being trained, the fact that they scored that monk wipe there meant that all the offensive characters of Est had to pull back and use res sigs and play defensively. So they saved a wipe on themselves, not by playing defensively,
Spike on 7.
but
playing offensively.
Definitely,
Nice
yeah.
save.
You need to threaten the other team. If you are toothless, then the other team can just impose their will on you. You can't let that happen. Looks like another effective push being put on these monks. They're kiting so well, though. Nice! That was primarily caster damage. Word of Censure and a great Shatter Enchantments to kill Easter the Monk on number 7. He's got 30 DP as far as I know.
It looks like they have a large amount of caster damage in this spike, so I mean...
And really, you see warrior number 2 for Shizukataki moving back to get that flag. They're really... Here's the thing, though. EST is not under a lot of pressure. They just have a lot of burst damage with overlapping disables that just keeps them from... Like, they eat all their damage on their monks, and they just can't heal it back in time. It's just really... it's not... I mean, it's a spike is what the build looks like.
It's
but
pressure concentrated on 2 characters.
Yeah,
it's not
that's
spread over
basically
the
what it
team.
is. I'm not a big fan of the way this number one's playing. He's got a lot, or number one blue's playing. He's kind of linebacking, but he's also just kind of spearing and
Not doing damage.
He has
not
a
doing
wild
much
throw.
damage.
He should really be on monks with that wild throw.
Yeah, the front monkey should be concentrating.
Well, he
primarily.
recently interrupted the Benetti's defense, or not interrupted, but canceled Benetti's defense on assassin number one of Shizukataki. And they're just kind of in a scuffle back here, neutralizing one another.
For that thing earlier,
it
the
looks
reason
like
that
EST is splitting hard into SSS base.
Yeah, how did we not catch?
They just took down the footman. I'm sorry that no one got that. We were too mesmerized by the play at stand, but looks like Skycron and What are now currently pushing deep into SSS base. They've killed the back footman, so they can freely.
I feel like
access
this
the
is too safe play.
SSS
by,
is happy
these
to
guys.
give those up. They're just going to turtle with some defense and some damage.
Now that's interesting that they would give up those far archers, though, especially the one on the path leading in, because that pin down threat
It
on the
was
way out.
removed.
Oh, it was removed? Really? Oh.
With Motoko
Okay, then.
defending, SSS is taking pressure from the remaining physicals for JH. Or for Est, rather.
I like the split by EST. They weren't really getting much done at stand, so they're trying something different now. And
It
keeping
does
the heal
make sense.
party back with the amount of pressure characters that they have is usually bound to do something.
And it looks like we have a block attempt at the flag stand here. Number 2 from Shizukataki is trying to get the flag through. He's going to try and pass it to number 7 here. If you watch, it's going to
On the
be
other side of
a
the
reaction
body
time
block.
contest. Who can pick up this flag in time? They're trying to coordinate it on Ventrilo. Now, the thing is, we're not sure if he can...
Oh, he was knocked down and it's returned.
The person that they passed the
That's
flag to
great.
got knocked down when he
was
so he
brilliant.
couldn't pick it up. Perfect timing.
And it looks like they just killed a front footman too. So EST is in really good position right now.
They're definitely starting to outplay the other team. They have lost. They just simply adjust. They ate some deep, but before it could really get out of hand and, people could start collapsing, all the way back to base, they just decided to change up the play. It was a bit of a risk getting offense off the stand like that, but you saw they had to pull some of their offense guys back in order to deal with it, so they had nullified enough of Shizukataki's offense in order to perform that body block without catastrophically wiping.
I really like how EST is playing right now. They're definitely using this build the way it was meant to be played. Since there's so many high damage characters in the 3 warrior build, if you're just really aggressive and you just start running into their base and just creating threats everywhere, the other team's getting so spread out that you're able to score kills in different places because you just have such a high threat level in so many different places at once. I really like how they're playing this right now.
But it's also really tricky because you got the important thing about this play is that the front and back teams really have to coordinate their positions, because at any point if any of Shizukataki's guys can start controlling the movement of EST splitter, they could collapse back and either wipe the 3 guys or threaten them enough to force EST to push in through the front door, which puts them in the position of archers and knights and all the ugliness, which might turn into a terrible situation, really. You already see number 3 in sort of trouble here. He's getting crippled and water snared.
I really don't like
You
the
see
fact
what's happening
that
here. They have to push up. EST's front team is pushing up through that front door there. It's not that much pressure. The Knights are not pulled. If the Knights were pulled, this would be a huge deal. But they simply just link up, play defensive.
Yeah, interesting to point out, before this meeting of the 2 groups occurred, Smokey was able to support the split the entire time, so they were able to stay in the base.
That was a great play. His positioning's a little bit fickle. He can fall back through that back door. In fact, he's doing that right now.
Yeah. If SSS was able to get some snares off on those guys, they may have been able to kill that split.
I don't think SSS has a single snare in their build
They-
besides a
oh,
mine shot.
They have
They have a
freezing
snare
blast
on Monk
under
5.
Smiter.
Oh, okay.
And
Still,
triple on
it's
the
a lot.
assassins. In fact, he's trying to catch up. It's not going to happen. In fact, it's going to be a counteroffensive in the back door by Shizukataki. Looks like they're sending 3 guys. And we have completely disparate number 3 warrior. He's just near no one, number 3
Oh, wow.
blue. He's just, I'm not sure what he's gonna accomplish here. He's gonna have to dodge his pin down. It's pretty cool. And he's gonna kill it?
Well,
No, he's running back. He was spearing for Rush, I think.
what was nice
There he
about
goes.
that play was that he drew SSS completely away from his base again when they were
And-
trying to get a threat there.
Yeah, that was quite interesting. Really brave. I think it was a bigger risk than it was worth, though.
Well, Est is just playing really aggressively, and SSS is trying to play defensively, even though they were the ones with the original kills, and Est is actually
Attempted
coming
body block
back
here by
from the
Red.
game just by playing this aggressively.
With a ward of stability, you see 5. Oh, there's a hole on the right side. Number 7. They need
Oh,
to
they've
back up.
adjusted. There's
And
still a hole. They're trying to counter block.
he
and
just
the
Barry
counter block-
Sanders his way through there.
Yeah, no, they
Get-
counter blocked with Mister.
Need John Madden to draw us a little line graph how he walked through the block.
Pelik on Guardian on 7.
I'm still really impressed by ESC's play. They're just constantly putting a threat in SSS's base, making them respond to that, and just making SSS run all over the place. And as soon as they
In
find a
fact, he's in
weakness
a little trouble.
or make
I'm
a
disappointed
mistake,
by the fact
ESC's
that
going to capitalize on
During
it.
that
Almost.
flag run, SSS casters weren't even using their skills. They were just kind of standing around waiting for the block to break. Like, they're being run over by
watch out.
people who are playing aggressively,
Low pressure
And-
on the flag stand here.
since if they're not even going to cast their spells, they're just going to get run over even harder.
And right now we've got a brief 4v3 where Easter the Monk almost went down. You can see they're adjusting to that, sending more guys back to defend more, at least put pressure on these offensive characters. As you see, they've only got Monk number, well, actually 6 and 7. How are they under so much pressure? It's got the Rangers, probably the crux of it all, and they're being pushed all the way back to base again. In fact, they can't even. Are they going to be able to get this flag? And number 2 is trying to get this flag. If you check the morale chart, nobody's boosted yet.
No, Est
Actually,
has one
wait,
boost.
wait.
Yeah, yes,
oh,
he
S
has one.
boosted. But they're still far from cap morale, so
And
They can still
Cyclone
use
already
it.
has a backup flag.
and a good stability there and a crypt shot. They're not going to be able to hold them for 25 seconds.
Oh, they're blocked.
Really, they're going for that square block. Now, this is a maneuver that's really hard to do in the open field. Oh,
A bolt.
knockdown. Here's an opportunity. You want to... A square block is basically where you perform a kind of plus sign block on
Oh,
all
there
4
it
sides.
is.
They just...
Oh, no, I got
it.
Nope, it's too loose. They need
They
to
need
tighten
to
it up a
counter
little bit.
block.
It's too late. He can't get it.
Yeah, he can get
Is
it.
he going to be able to... Come on. You need...
Oh,
that
nice shot,
draw
nice
was
shot.
a fraction of a second too early. Yeah, there you go. They simply just had a lot of people up there, which is funny because they were so focused on blocking that they didn't even realize that they had a 5v3 advantage. They might have been able to wipe them, in fact.
In
ESC
other
looks
news,
like in a little bit of trouble here in their back
is
of their
pushing
base.
into the back, yes.
Oh, that is quite interesting. They can't seem to... Oh, but that assassin, he's just too fragile.
They just aggroed Footman though, they're fine now it looks like.
Yeah.
SSS is going to have to pull back because of that.
Yeah,
Look at the front of
I'd,
SSS's base.
I'd
Meanwhile,
appreciate
they
if
just...
no one said who won the finals in, like, observer chat, even if they know.
And as that stuff's going on in the back, ESC just runs right into the front of SSS's base again. This is...
Now, here's an interesting position. You notice Red just capped the flag stand. Nobody's got blue flag right now. In fact, well, actually, they're going to have to send someone back, which means this backside is going to be one man down.
Yeah, they have number 3 warrior running it now.
Oh,
That is-
that's-
oh,
that's
that
spiked
is
off on
unfortunate.
SSS.
It was a good kill. If it weren't for that, though, they might have been able to send someone out through the front door. In fact, they should really get someone out there to deal with this number 3 warrior. He's picking up the flag. It's going to be like, what, 118?
There goes the assassin now.
Yeah, and he's...
This would be a critical boost for them because they have to...
Yeah, there you go.
ESC
here's
really
the
needs
thing,
to
though.
send somebody back.
The warrior is not harmless. If he can... He's not going to move into him quite yet. But the thing is, the warrior might be able to kill the assassin at the cost of the flag. Yeah, he's